not attracted to Christine in any kind of physical sense. I mean, I look back in retrospect and I wonder, was that fair?
Hi guys, today I'll be taking a deep dive into Christine and Kody's worst moments on Sister Wives. Some of these are pretty bad, so put on your seatbelt. I also realized making this list that Christine has stormed off upset. I can count at least 4 times on the show, and as far as I can see and remember, unless it was edited out, Kody has never gone after her. Is that weird to you? Anyways, let's begin. Number 1, let's talk about the nacho cheese incident. This is not a good moment in the series, guys. It's probably, for me, it's the worst Kody and Christine moment of all time. Once upon a time, in a tell-all, Kody admitted that when he was courting Christine, he had caught a glimpse of her eating chili nachos through the side mirror of his car, and he almost reconsidered courting her altogether. And when the host pushed and said, were you not attracted to Christine? Were you grossed out by Christine? He says that was an understatement. It basically comes off so insensitive and a horrible thing to say to your wife. And Christine, the look on her face was just so, you could tell she was so upset by what he was saying. And weirdly, Janelle was there smiling next to Kody in this scene. I'll assume she was just uncomfortable by the whole thing or something. And next, number 2, the epic RV trip fight. And this was an awesome RV trip, honestly. It was the one where Kody spilled poop all over himself, so enough said. It was in season 8. The family went on a big RV trip, and Kody had reached out to his childhood friend Ken to maybe go boating or something. But, it wasn't so innocent, because the problem with that is that Ken had made a comment or a joke to Kody that he's welcome back in the church, but he has to leave 3 of his wives behind. So, I don't know, that's not really like a ha-ha joke, but whatever. See, like Ken and Kody, they were friends from the Mormon church. So this comment sent Christine over the edge, and she demanded that Ken apologize. She stormed off from a conversation about it with the other wives, and at a sit down with Kody afterwards where she was expressing her feelings, he told her that she's not being responsible with how she's behaving and literally blamed her reaction to Ken's comment on PMS. Yes, PMS, guys. This is like a whole nother level. I don't know why when I was watching this back in the day, I didn't see how wrong this was. I don't even know what to say about that, but Ken ultimately was wrong to say that, in my opinion. It was insensitive. And Christine in the scene actually ends up agreeing with Kody, saying that once a month she goes crazy. Like, I cannot with this episode. I'm sure Christine is watching this back like, what the heck was I doing agreeing with that? Anyways, let's go to number 3, season 1 Robin issues. So in season 1, it's somewhat a rough one for Christine, and major jealousy issues come up for her while she's also super pregnant with Truly. I don't blame her. I mean, having your husband court or date someone while you're pregnant with his child would send anyone to crazy town. First of all, Robin and Kody snook a makeout session or whatever when Kody's on his way to Truly's birth, which was odd. And Christine ends up walking off of a confessional when she finds out that Kody picked Robin's wedding dress. She was also upset that Robin and Kody kissed when they got engaged. It's kind of like against the rules in her opinion. Basically, when Christine got married to Kody, she hated her dress, and she admitted that she felt like her wedding, was sad, and they kissed for the first time on the altar. So Christine was not okay with how the rules seemed different for Robin in season 1, which is understandable. I would have felt the same thing. Like, why don't the rules apply? And this is kind of like an overarching theme as we go into number 4, Kody and Christine's anniversary therapy session. In season 9, Kody and Christine go to therapy for their anniversary. How fun, right? And they have to build a rock tower together. And Kody's wearing this huge ring, by the way, while building it. It's like huge. And it's just so clear that they're just not on the same page. Christine tells Nancy that she usually does whatever Kody wants, and she sees that Robin has a voice in her relationship with Kody, and he's like, yes, Robin has a voice. And, Christine wants a voice too, and Kody is not, I feel like he's not hearing what she's saying. He seems focused on the bigger picture of, we're part of a big family and it's all gotta run kind of thing. So anyways, also, who goes on a therapy trip on their anniversary? And number 5, season 17 overall, guys. OMG, the straw that broke the camel's back. In season 17, Kody and Christine can't agree about anything. Christine storms off twice. Once when Kody didn't have her back about moving to Utah. And the other one was on Coyote Pass on her one-on-one with Kody. And they also had what seemed to be a tense exchange when, Kody was at her house to put a door up so the cat couldn't go in her inventory. But Kody ended up telling her he doesn't want to be intimate anymore. Christine kind of saw this as, the end. Like, why would you want to be in a marriage when there's no intimacy, but he's being intimate with other people, right? Was her argument. Totally get that. It was the straw that broke the camel's back, all about that door and that cat. And the rest is history. But season 17 was very rough for Kody and Christine. It's like peak problems. Anyways, guys, those were my top 5 worst Kody and Christine moments. If you have a different moment, definitely chime in, leave it in the comments. And I guess this was all foreshadowing to bigger issues that maybe led to their breakup. Like, who knows? And that was on the show. It was portrayed on the show. I imagine that behind closed doors, maybe the issues were even more significant, because it's hard to really tell what's going on with the couple from watching a TV show. It's reality TV, but let's hope for the best for Kody and Christine. Hopefully they can move forward and co-parent well and all that. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and like this video, please, because I see a lot of you watching, but you're not subscribing. So definitely subscribe for more Sister Wives stuff. Bye, guys.